up to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh. Standing by for the call, here are Davis.
We are just across the Allegheny River from downtown Pittsburgh at rain-soaked Heinz Field in the Steel City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Pittsburgh Steelers. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Steeler ball club entering play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Ravens, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
And I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. They'll be led out by a man who rewrote Brett Favre's passing records at Southern Miss. It's Nick Mullins.
Ready? 8, read.
First carry for James Conner. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Now this pass to Vance McDonald complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. Back-to-back good play on first down. A quick throw complete to Washington. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
Shotgun handoff to Samuels. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Well, they've been practicing goal line offense all week. Let's see if they're able to capitalize here. They'll look to run with Conner. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. James Conner, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
Escaping the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The sack by T.J. Watt, or as his mother Connie calls him, Trent Jordan Watt. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. They get a big amount back, 18 yards, but they'll still look at a 4th down now.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career,
Now a play fake here on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. On 2nd down, Connor looking.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
They'll look to throw here. He's going to launch it for Washington. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Here's Hill on the return.
Let's go. Do it.
The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Jackson now. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. The 30. The 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Michael Gallup, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right, because once he took off.
Ready, set. Down to lose 1. 2 times. Hey, 4 down. Get it.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away in its 2nd. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. 2nd and 10. Got an open man. It's Washington. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Defense.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they march up another 15 against your squad.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. These two teams all tied after 1.
64.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And will be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. Here's the correct call.
Second and 5. He'll get this one to Switzer. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Looking to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll start on the ground with Breida. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. He's got his man, it's Andrews. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Jackson throwing on target to Brown. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 43.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
On 1st down, here's Breida. Cameron Hayward in on the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
From the 39, Jackson. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 20-yard line. Jackson and the offense come up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Jackson going to throw again. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down. To throw again is Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Michael Gallup with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
Ready? 8, read. Watch time, watch time. Tight end rock, tight end rock. Big rip.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll drop to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They can't stop us, baby. Every time it's a set.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
On third down, it's Connor. And they'll indeed stop him on third down. Timeouts. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Watch out for Hill on the return. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. This Ravens offense heads back out there, led by Lamar Jackson. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot.
Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. From the gun, it's Jackson. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, as the first half is winding down, as the Ravens push further out in front. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get.
Jackson's pass complete to Mark Andrews.
Ready. Show it up. 3 down, 3 down. Shoot.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. They'll break the huddle, come up on second. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take it out past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here are the Ravens to take over on offense. They were winners last week against Cincinnati, and right now they are in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. Throwing is Jackson, and that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. On second down, a run with Breida. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. On third down, Jackson. This will be caught by Brown. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Here we go.
A gain of 19 and picking up the first. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover it for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. The Steelers now in the nickel here on third down. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Sean Davis with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They start with a give to Connor. Gets through, and now an opening. And they work this out past the 25. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. Right back to Connor here on first. And this will go for 5 up to the 33.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Now it's Connor. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll set up to throw. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first. On first and 10 is Connor. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. 2nd and 9 now. And yes, complete to the tight end, McDonald. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on third. He'll drop to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. It's a safety blitz and a sack for Earl Thomas. So they dial up the blitz on 3rd and inches. It pays off.
And frankly, they were probably dialing up a run blitz, expecting him to run it in that situation. But instead, they end up back at the quarterback and put him on the ground.
And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football.
He's got a man complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A gain of right around 35 yards on a play that started back inside their 10. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll run the jet sweep with Brown. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Back now in Pittsburgh, it's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the 4th. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Jackson. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Leads to 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
To throw again. Jackson going to take a shot for Gallup. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Here's Jackson. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a first down, it hurts you psychologically, but it hurts more when they get it this way because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up anyway, and now you have to stay on the field for an extra set of downs.
And really could have used that stop trailing here in the 4th.
Check 43.
Trying the jet sweep here. It's Boykin. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up first and goal. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
He's good. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. A 5-yard touchdown run.
Here we go. Set. 60 Pittsburgh. 14's the mic. 14's the mic. Crunch time. Defense. Big grip. Big grip.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Complete to Washington. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. They go draw play. This is Samuels. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the fourth. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it is incomplete. Jason Garrett might be wanting to reconsider the decision to go for it there. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
Sean Davis that time on the tackle. On 2nd and 7, Jackson eluding the pressure right. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. Play action. Now Jackson out to his left. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jackson. And he comes back with one complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Michael Gallup there to make the grab.
Touchdown.
Set, ready. 15, Lonnie. 15, Lonnie.
Mike 14. Mike 14.
Get it. Mike.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. That is incomplete. Now, the intended receiver out of the backfield was Jalen Samuels. And it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. 2nd and 10. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they're
All day, every day. All day, every day.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
That's a run. They're running it. Alert 3, alert 3, alert 3.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. It's a pickup of 11 at a Baltimore first down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move, and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now it's Jackson. And an alley to run.
I like this effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And this is incomplete. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the 4th, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Open man is Schwitzer complete. Now the Steelers use the outs as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. They'll look to throw here. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. And I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held him to 7. If we made one more play, could have had our shutout.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there. And now it's 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jackson. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. Marquise Brown was the intended target, but now it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Jackson from the shotgun. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Here's Jackson to throw. He's got his man. It's Andrews. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the 1st quarter, but 2nd, 3rd, and 4th quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you can win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the 1st quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So for the Ravens, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll have another road date next week with the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll